similar reason. When game isn't season, I'm found not at foxes but lips. I am frequently seen at the gay stage and theatre, which is famous for winkles and shrimps. I am when I'm seen in a curry, there's probably curry at the Siamese or at the Glutton. If I look full of gloom, then I've lunched at the tomb on cabbage, rice, pudding and mutton.
A 25-pounder,
or I am a founder,
and he's putting on weight every day.
But I'm so well preserved because I've observed all my life a routine, and I'd say I'm still in my prime. I shall outlast my time.
That's the word from the stoutest of cats.
It must and it shall
Be springing from out.
Toodle pip.
the cavity.
Notorious couple of cats. There's not the black flags, quick change comedians, micro-walkers and acrobats.
We have an extensive reputation. We make our home in Victoria Grove. It's really our centre of operation, but we are endurably given to home. For Sunday dinner, their minds stay up and they vote for dinner.
Archie time joint potatoes and sweets, the cook will appear from behind the scenes.
And saying a voice that is broken with sorrow, I'm afraid you must wait and have dinner tomorrow. The joint has gone from the oven like that.
Then
The family will say it's that old cat. Was it Mungo Jerry?
or faculties.
The time they leave it at that. Mungo Jerry and Uncle a wonderful way of working together. Some of the time you would say it was luck. Some of the time you would say it was weather. Come to the house like the hurricane, and no sober person could take his own. Was it Mungo Jerry?
or faculties.
Or could you have sworn it might have been both? Off dining room, smash! Up from the pantry, here comes a loud crash. The library came aloud, ting! From a boss that was commonly said to be new. And the family will say, now which was which cat? It was Mungo Jerry.
And Ramble Teaser.
Nothing at all to be done about that.
There's nothing at all to be done about that.
He's a cat who has lived many lives in succession. He was famous in grammar and famous in rhyme, a long while before Queen Victoria's accession.
Deuteronomy's very 9 wives and more, I am tempted to say 99, and his numerous progeny prospers and thrives, and the village is proud of him in his decline.
At the sight of that placid and grand physiognomy, when he sits in the sun on the vicarage wall, the oldest inhabitant crows, well, of all things, can it be really? Yes, no, Ohio, my eye. My mind may be wandering, but I confess I believe it is old Deuteronomy. Well, of all things, can it be really? Yes, no, Ohio, my eye. My mind may be wandering, but I confess I believe it is old Deuteronomy. Of all things, can it be really? Yes, no, Ohio, my heart. My mind may be wandering, but I confess I believe it is old Deuteronomy. Well, of all things, can it be really? Yes, no, Ohio, my heart.
My legs may be tottery, I must go slow and be careful of old Deuteronomy.
Jellicle cats meet once a year on the night we make the Jellicle choice. And now that the Jellicle leader is here, Jellicle cats can all rejoice. The peaks and the follicles, together with some account of the participation of the pups and the poms, and the intervention of the great Rumpus cat. The peaks and the follicles, everyone knows, are proud and implacable, captured its foes, and it's always the same wherever one goes. And the pugs and the palms, although most people say that they do not like fighting, yet once in a way, they now and again join into the fray, and they bark, until you can hear them all over the park. Now on the occasion of which until you could hear them all over the park. Now on that occasion of which I did speak, almost nothing had happened for nearly a week, and that's a long time for a Paul or a Peak. The big police dog was away from his feet. I don't know the reason, but most people think he slipped into the Wellington Arms for a drink, and no one at all was about on the street when a Peak and a Pollicle happened to meet. They did not advance or exactly retreat, but they glared at each other and they scraped their hind feet and started to bark, until you could hear them all over the park. Now the Peak, although people may say what they please, is no British dog but a heathen Chinese. And so all the Peaks, when they heard the uproar, some came from the window, some came to the door. There were surely a dozen, more likely a score. Together they started to grumble and wheeze and hurry, stuffery, heathen Chinese. But a terrible din is what Pollicle's like, for a Pollicle dog is a dour Yorkshire type.
Dogs of every nation, the Irish, the Welsh, and the Dane, the Russian, the Dutch, and Dalmatian, and even from China and Spain, the plural of Polynesian, the Arabs of Hostile chain.
And to those who are Christian Pollicles, that my name is perfectly plain, that my name is Mr. Tom Pollicle, and you better not do it again.
Now his grouse watchers, cousins are snappers and biters, and every dog back of them notable fighters. So when they stepped out with their pipers in order, play on the blue bonnets came over the border. Now the pups and the palms are no longer aloof, and some from the balcony, some from the roof, joined into the din with a until you could hear them all over the park. Until you could hear them all over the park. Stop! Now when these bold heroes together assembled, the traffic all stopped and the underground trembled. And some of the neighbors were so much afraid that they started to ring out the fire brigade. And when from a small basement flat, why, who should stalk out but the great Rumpus cat? His eyes were like fireballs, fearfully blazing. He gave a great yawn, and his jaws were amazing. And when he stepped out through the bars of the area, you never saw anything fiercer or hairier. And what when one glare of his eyes and his yawning, the beaks and the pollicles quickly took a warning. He looked to the sky and he gave a great leap, and every last one of them scattered like sheep. And the police dog returned to his beat. There wasn't a single one left on the street. All heads are confused, the great robust.
All the dogs and cats are Mars, like undertakers for true dogs.
Macavity!
Jellicle cats come out tonight. Jellicle cats come what?
Come all!
Jellicle moon is shining bright. Jellicles come to the Jellicle ball. Jellicle cats are black and white. Jellicle cats are rad and small. Jellicle cats are merry and bright. Jellicles are giving and catchable. Jellicle cats have cheerful faces. Cats are airs and graces.
And wait for the Jellicle moon to rise.
Jellicle cats develop slow. Jellicle cats are not too big. Jellicle cats are roly-poly. We know how to get to the bottom of the dig.
Until the Jellicle moon appears.
We make our toilets and take our clothes.
Jellicle cats walk behind their ears.
Jellicles drive between their toes.
Cats like a jumping jack.
Jellicle cats have moonlit eyes.
Was quieted up in the morning hours, were quieted up in the afternoon.
Recite